Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern's podcast, Despite Impossible. Now on to the show.
Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by our esteemed sponsors. Thank you, everybody.
Mike Lawson here with CU Broadcast. Welcome back to our continued coverage of the 2025 GAC here in Washington, D.C., and I think the whole conference is
walking by right now.
Lining up right outside here, so good to see them as well, all 6,000 of them. And in the Studio Lounge, oh my gosh, we have ASAP Financial Technology's very own Tony Dunham here. Tony, how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Mike.
Good. Glad to have you here, yeah. And we got lots of great people we're talking to, and you're one of them today. So how's the conference going for you so far?
You know what, it's excellent. It's obviously, we came here last year. It's our 1-year anniversary to GAC, so it's...
So how is it from 1 year to the next?
1 year to the next?
Changes?
A lot of similar faces, a lot of similar type of conversations, but everybody's having the same challenges and great stories. Great to catch up, great networking opportunities.
Well, share with it. Give us a quick elevator speech on ASAP Financial Technology. How do you guys help credit unions, especially in the last year since you? Your anniversary at GAC.
Well, ASAP Financial Technology, it's a Canadian-based credit union, or fintech, that are helping credit unions today. A year ago in January, actually, we sat down as kind of as a board and kind of evaluated where we wanted to expand our platform, and obviously made the decision to come to the U.S. So what we do today is we help credit unions originate, onboard, understand, and grow their client memberships. They do that through a technology, basically, which we use from an omni-channel perspective. So we help them to help originate a lot of their account opening products, secured mortgage products. But we've also expanded that out with strong integrations into the core banking system. So helping credit unions actually have everything on one platform using the CRM, have a good 360 view of their member, and allow the employees to be a little bit more engaged in the conversation and building relationships.
Indeed, yeah, you guys are doing some good stuff out there for sure. So how have you guys, what's the journey been, what's it look like in the last 12 months, being this year your first anniversary of GAC?
It's been a lot of learning. Obviously, in Canada, we have a really strong foothold. We represent over 49 credit unions, so almost 30% of the market share in Canada. And the feedback that we've been receiving is very, very similar to what we're experiencing here in the U.S. Obviously, there is a need to help credit unions kind of combine some of their costs, but at the same time be able to affect a better conversation with their members. So we've been doing a lot of learning. We've opened up our office in Petoskey, Michigan. We've been out attending a lot of conferences. We were in Hawaii at the Q's conference, and then obviously working with GAC and American Credit Unions, and we're looking at NACUSO as well. So we're really building kind of that foundational piece.
Good for you. Yeah, you're making the right moves.
Right moves, and spending a lot more time on the thought leadership, not necessarily in the sales and software. It's really trying to help build out our brand and connect with the credit unions and feel like a stronger advocate to what they're trying to accomplish.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you guys are moving to the U.S., originally a Canadian company, but now entering the U.S. market, obviously, what was the why behind that?
The why?
Maybe a bigger I'm assuming bigger market, maybe one of the reasons?
From a company's perspective, the Canadian market, no different than the U.S. Obviously, I think scale, obviously a lot more credit unions here in the U.S. versus in Canada today. What we have found is our organization, there's been a lot of consolidation happening, so obviously we've got a strong foothold. It's very difficult to, at the end of the day, increase your market share over time. Competition, disruptions always happen.
Oh yeah.
But what we did realize is that there is a very similar cause and a cooperative movement, and there's a need for the technology, and obviously there's a very segmented group, so we're looking for working with credit unions 300 million to 2 billion in size seems to be our niche market, and we saw a great opportunity, especially just across the Canadian border, coming into the U.S. around the Great Lakes, that there was an opportunity for us to expand out our footprint.
So you guys took it, and here you are at the GAC, in the middle of it all for sure. So what's different about you guys? What makes you stand out from the rest?
Our roots was a marketing agency, and learning and working with credit unions in parallel for 23 years, we learned a lot about the consumer behavior. We learned a lot about how the members are interacting with their organization. Through that, what we have found is, bringing back that connectivity and understanding the member experience. We've been really helping consult credit unions on how to allow their employees to kind of evolve with the member journey, be able to pivot quickly, how to enable the technology. So the last 12 months really is just we've been learning from the credit unions around what some of their pain points are. Obviously realizing that we can solve for those.
Yeah.
And what we're looking for is more of a partnership with the credit unions.
Okay.
We call them client partners, and we help them to kind of evolve that journey and bring that personalization.
Gotcha. And your logo is right over your left shoulder there, and it's Bank.io OXP. Can you explain that real quick? Because I get the ASAP financial technology.
Yep.
What's Bank.io OXP? What is that?
So that is our in Canada, it's a bit of a, part of it can be trademark related, but we had ASAP OXP, and from a registration standpoint, so ASAP Financial Technology is our company.
Okay.
ASAP was that we were allowed to use ASAP. We got the rights to use from a trademark perspective in Canada. Obviously, in the United States, there's a competing organization that has a similar type of product.
Oh, the nerve of those people.
So Bank.io is basically our new version that we're launching into the U.S. That is our product.
Okay.
And it's going to basically be an account origination, lending origination, and it's also going to incorporate CRM integrated.
Oh, good. Yeah. Got some exciting plans for the future. All right. So actually, that segues my last question. What's the outlook for 2025? How do you guys, obviously expanding your reach here in the U.S. and it's now pivoting from building awareness and brand to actually having some really good consolidative kind of conversations. We've got several credit unions obviously looking to how we could potentially look at the partnerships here. Having some great conversations around the evolution of QSOs and what we are finding is not just one individual credit union. We're finding that there are a group of credit unions with similar needs that are all looking to come together. So 2025 for us is really building out two strategic client partners here in the U.S. to allow us to take the product that's been built and now put it into use, build some solid use cases out of it, and then use that to expand our brand from there. That's the ticket. Yeah, that's the great strategy indeed, sir. All right, Tony. Well, anything else to add here before I let you go on to the rest of the show here?
It's been a privilege, obviously, and we're going to obviously connect at NQSO, and we really appreciate the partnership here with CU Broadcast. But a little bit later on today, Steve Sauvé, our Chief Product Officer, will actually be unveiling the product for the U.S. So at 12
in your booth?
We have it at the booth.
We're
doing the live innovation challenge piece.
Oh, that's
so cool. Bank.io will be showcased at 12:06 today, and if people want to come by and see it, it would be awesome.
All righty, good little lunchtime show.
Yeah,
how about that?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the time, Tony, and love all this stuff that you guys are doing. So keep up the good work, and a belated welcome to the U.S. How about that?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it, man. Well done. Good job.
Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by our esteemed sponsors. Thank you, everybody.
A quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's present CEO, Tansley Stern's new podcast, Despite Impossible.